This Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word in Psalm 100. We're going to look at Psalm 100 for a few minutes. It said, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, ye lands. Talking about all the lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Verse 3 said, know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that is God. It is he that made us. It was him that made us. And not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. You can be a good sheep or you can be a bad sheep. All the pastures belong to the Lord. So you will be in his pasture, whatever kind of sheep you are. A good one or a bad one. It said, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and unto his courts with praise. He said here, be thankful unto him and believe his name. Believe the name of God, which is Jesus Christ. It said, for the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Now, taking my center line references from Psalm 100. Now, from taking those from Psalm 100, we're going to go to a list that we compile together from that psalm. One of the first things we see is from generation to generation. His mercy endureth forever. What is that? That is from generation to generation. In Genesis 1 and 4, he talks about he started the generation of men. And as he started the generation of men, he continued it on. And now he gives men different things. He gives us health. Good health. What is health? Health is something we need to protect. Health is a gift from God, but it is a gift that requires tending. If somebody gave you a block of cheese, and you took that block of cheese and you just threw it in a cupboard somewhere and left it, what is going to happen to it? It's going to turn to mold. And if you don't skin the mold off it every now and then and take care of it, it's going to completely ruin. Yet that's not what you do. When somebody gives you a block of cheese, you take care of it. You put it in the refrigerator to keep it from molding, to stall that mold. And then you use it up within a period of time while it's usable. That's like health. Health is something that you have. If you don't take care of it and you don't use it properly, you'll end up with real serious problems health-wise in your life. So you must take care of your health. If you're going to have good health, you must do things that make you have good health. It said here in Psalm 100, he says success. In Joshua, we see a man named Joshua that was given success in the will of God in his life. He was given success just like you and I. If we follow the will of God, we will have success in our life. And that's what we have to do. Courage. He talks about in Psalm 27, be courageous. Don't look at the faces of the people in the world that would be against you, but be courageous in the world. And be courageous for God and follow what God would have you to do. And then he said, in Psalm 69, he said, loving kindness. Now we're following the references from Psalm 100 to what God would have for us. In loving kindness, God formed us. He made us to be fitly joined together. All our bones meet where they're supposed to, work like they're supposed to. The muscles work, the fingers, the hands, the head, the eyes, the mouth, everything. In loving kindness, he did that. Now he said, I made you, fearfully and wonderfully made you. You need to draw close to me. We need to draw close to the Lord of heaven. Draw close to God. And Psalm 92 said, with thanksgiving. We need to draw with thanksgiving. From Psalm 100, he's talking about how the mercies of God was upon us and how we're supposed to worship him with thanksgiving. And then the righteousness of God, it talked about there in 100. And again, it talks about it in 119 and verse 39. and the judgments of God. Righteousness and judgments work together. If it's not good, it's bad. If it's not righteous, it's unrighteous. And those four words are four different types of words, but they mean exactly what they say. Good and bad, righteous and unrighteous. And therefore, if it's righteous, it's of God. And then it talks about if we're unrighteous, if we act unrighteously, we will be chastened. We will be chastened for that action as we do it. Listen, right now I'm in the church, and there's unity among the brethren. Unity. What a beautiful thing. I went to a prayer meeting last Monday night. There was some 39 men there, and there was unity among the brethren. Went the week before to a prayer meeting at night. There was unity among the brethren. How good it is to be in a room, in a group of brethren, where there is unity, where there's singing, where there's praise to God. What a place to be. Where the doctrine is the doctrine of the Bible. The doctrine of the King James Version Bible is the doctrine we need to follow. You say, Peter, there are other versions. Yes, they are. If they stray from the true Word of God, then you need to not use them. A word spoken in due time. A word spoken in due time. For instance, my mama, she went on to heaven a couple of weeks ago, and she's happy, and she wanted to go, and she's happy. But there's many people came up and gave me a word in due time, the time that it's happened, and said, sorry to hear about your mama. Well, in one sense we are, in another sense we have a merry heart. Psalm 17:22 said, have a merry heart. The Bible said to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And that's where Mama, she's present with the Lord. She has a merry heart, and we're going to have a merry heart for her. It said, a good wife. Now, it said, be happy. It said over 100, you said he was going to make things good for us. He was going to give us the good of the land, and the good of the hills, the good of the mountains, and a good home life. A good wife. God has gave me a good wife that has stayed with me all these years. And a good home. He said, I'm going to give you a good home life. And then he said, I'm going to give you many children. If your quiver's full of children, happy are you that your quiver's full of children. He said, I'm going to make it comfortable for you. God has made a comfortable life for us. When we keep our minds stayed on Him, we have a perfectly comfortable life. If our mind gets off of Him and our works get off of Him, then I end up with an uncomfortable life. He talked about the conscience here, the conscience of man. Talked about the law of man. And then he said, sometimes he said, over in Romans 8:28, there would be some strange happenings. Some strange happenings happening in Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of the Lord, that are those that are called according to His purpose. Those that are called according, we went from over 100 in the Psalms all the way over to the New Testament. Now we crossed the bridge, the cross. Walking across the cross is the one that lays over the valley. The valley of the shadow of death is the cross of Jesus Christ. You walk across that cross by saying, God, I am a sinner. Forgive me of my sin. Come in my heart and save my soul. You're walking across that cross. We crossed that cross, and now we're over in the book of Romans 8:28, where he said, all things. Oh, hey, that's some funny things. That's some curious things. That's some things that happen, you say, strange things. What are these things happening? I don't know, but I know one thing. They all work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. That gives us the zeal of God in our life. It gives us the hope of God. And it gives us, hey, do you know that God feeds the birds every single day of the year? That God feeds every bird every day of the year. They say over 100 train car loads of bird seed would not feed the birds one day of this world. And God feeds all the birds, and they don't have any need, they don't have any want, and God's going to take care of His own. He said, every time a sparrow falls, I know it. How much more do I know you? And God knows us that much more. The Word of God is something He said, hide my Word in your heart that you might not sin against me. We need to hide the Word of God in our heart, and the things that will come to us will be joy, peace, long-suffering, and those things will come to us. Well, our time is come and gone. I must leave now. So Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. See you next time. Bye-bye.